Greetings everyone on YouTube and Facebook. This is Joshua 7 Thunders and this is Grow for Survival, and this is the update and the finish somewhat product of my Kydex Sheath project. I made these out of Kydex Sheath. It's like a really hard, durable thermoplastic for making products out of, mostly holsters and sheaths. I made a different kind of jig, a press for mine. I didn't use hinges. I just have a shelving board with exercise mats glued to the shelving board, and then I made little feet for the bottom. At first I had 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and as you can see on my knife, I took it off since I pressed it. You can see, I'm gonna come up closer to the camera, you can see some definition on the back of the sheath of the knife, but it works really well. It's not as defined as some of the other people's sheaths. And this is my answer to my belt dangle right here. Take the knife out. It's simple. 500-pound chest, paracord, loop through the top rivet hole, and I use 1/4 inch pewter gunmetal rivets. And one of the specialty tools that you got to get, well, it's good to have, is this rivet press. And this is the most expensive part of making a sheath. This is about $20-something. Has a bottom part that goes up through here. This flattens the head of the rivet on the back side of here. I have the more presentable side in the front, and where you flatten it on the back. Now I have a lanyard hole down here. I have a drain hole in the bottom. I just put a drill bit in there at the tip of the knife. It's for water to drain out when you flush out your sheath, or if you put your knife away wet, and then molded it like that. So this is Nomad, camouflage Nomad print on the front, coyote brown on the back, and I used, let me put this stuff down, I used camo paracord, parachute cord, the 500 pound, and just knotted it on the back and burned the knots. You can use barrel connectors and flatten them, but this is my sheath. This is my first Kydex sheath, and I like how it turned out. The knife holds well in it, goes in and out really well. Holds good, doesn't drop out. You can shake it up and down, pulls really smooth, goes back in, holds really good, and it matches my Exodus bag. Pull that up. This camel pattern goes really well with this, and it hangs perfect. I got it left hand carry because I'm gonna have something else on my right side of my belt, but it has a good hang on it right where I need it, and I made it left hand carry. Wait a minute. First in this loop. Try to do this quick. It's gonna be a short video, hopefully. And I use military webbing belts, military issue belts, and it fits perfect. And that's just a bent over Kydex loop that I put 2 rivets in to hook the paracord through. And I probably got my belt looped yet. But I don't know if you can move this jig. Yeah, but it hangs perfect here. I can strap this paracord to my leg, tie it off, so when I pull the knife, I get a firm hold on it. I just do it loosely now. But I don't know if you can see that. Hangs really good, pulls good, is right at the right place on my belt. I mean, it doesn't rattle. And I highly recommend that you get a Kydex sheath. It's way more durable. I plan on using this in Jamaica where it's moist and wet, and leather doesn't do very well. And my old pouch, I have another one. It start wearing right here where I put my sharpener in. So this is Seven Thunders. This is Go for Survival. Let me show you some of the other tools. I just used the heat gun to heat up the Kydex. I drilled the 3/4 inch hose. I have a set of clamps, 2 metal clamps that I use for making PVC bowls before I did this. And I have 2 other clamps. You're not around here, I was using them for something else. So this is my sheath. Worked really well. The knife retains really good in it. Draws, goes back in. Only thing I'm concerned about, you have to be careful not to hit that paracord going in. But this is a quick, easy solution to how to hang it from your belt. This little loop right here, paracord hanging, and the paracord is inexpensive and you can adjust it up and down by adding different paracord. So this is Seven Thunders. This is Grow for Survival. I'm going to show you one more quick look at this, because this is a quick, easy way, simple way to build a sheath. You don't need, without hinges, my press can go straight down onto this knife, straight down, without an angle from the hinges. And it was quicker, simpler, less expensive, and this is the look of the sheath. Let me get these knots up. And you could do better than that knots. That's a quick, dirty way to do it, or clean way to do it. Let me put it that way. And I burned the knots. So there it is. Put it right back here. Turn it this way. Paracord. Hanger right there. And this conforms to your waist. You know, instead of it sticking out and all of this, this conforms to the waist, moves with you, and I think is a quick, simple, easy way, see that, to hang your sheath. It's not as pretty, I think, as some of the custom builders that's on YouTube. And I learned how to make this off the custom builders on YouTube, who were generous and good enough to share their techniques with the world. And YouTube, once again, is the best site on the internet in my opinion. You can learn how to do stuff like this, learn about these survival knives and where they work, and just on what happened last time on my Exodus bag loadout. Where is this thing? Yeah, the fire steel that comes with these Schrade knives. These is the best deal in knives on the internet, in my opinion. Schrade knives works really well. I was using an aftermarket, and it wasn't the firesteel.com. I had the wrong one. I bought a pack of fire steels off eBay, and all fire steels aren't equal. The softer ones with more magnesium in it work way better than the cheap ones. And this one that comes with the knife works really well. I've sanded off the back 90-degree spine coating now, which I hadn't done in that video. I just got the knife, and using it like this, but on your tender and down. See that? It does it really well, and it catches your little dryer lint, tinder bundle, dry grass, birch bark piled up every time. So that's what these are for: building shelters, making fire, notching wood, preparing firewood, splitting firewood, making tent stakes, all kind of things, spear points. It's numerous things you need a survival knife for, and I highly recommend this one. This is a Schrade SCHF 52M, stand for Makata. This is the new latest version. It's a 7-inch blade, 1095 high carbon steel. It's almost 3/4 inches thick, full tang, goes straight through the handle, has a pommel and lanyard hole on the back, a really nice finger choil where you can hunch up with your finger to do carving or skinning if you're a hunter to get the cape off the game. So I highly recommend this knife. It's the right size for spanning wood, batoning, making firewood, and all that. And look at Schrade.com. The materials in here, this 1095 high carbon steel makes sparks off this ferro rod, magnesium rod, and is highly durable. This could last you a lifetime with good care. Use a honing oil and don't sharpen it too much. So this is my sheath. Nice and simple. It went really fast. And I just sanded the 8 edges with a piece of, before I stab and stuff, rough sandpaper on the edges, you know, round it off. And this is for out in the woods, out in the wilderness, up in the mountains. This ain't gonna be no damn fashion show. So this is really functional, works really well, and will last as long as the knife, hopefully. Alright, this is Joshua 7 Thunders. This is Grow for Survival. Keep growing organic. Prepare for the trying times that we're in, the weather, emergency. Be prepared for emergencies, whatever you believe in. Start storing seeds, tools, growing supplies, so you can perpetuate your food. Don't hoard, but produce food, things that quick. I have a little baggie full of kale, lettuce, spinach seeds, cherry tomatoes, alfalfa sprouting seeds, clover sprouting seeds. So think about, you know, growing fish. I grow tilapia, having a pond, having some chickens if you eat meat, you know, hunting. But the grocery stores are going to run out. Venezuela's out of food. This is March 28, 2016. This is going to spread across the world because of the weather, the storms, the fires, the droughts, the floods, hailstones. The earth is getting hit, and as people reap what they sow, and the fittest of the fittest are going to survive. So work out, stay fit, eat good, give up all unclean foods, pork, shellfish, things in the water that don't have scales or fins. This is 7 Thunders. This is your brother. I love you, and I hope to see you in the light.